Hey guys, what's up? I think I have like a, I hope I have like a quick mission for you. That guy over there. Plan is to yank it out of the ground. It's kinda in the way now. You know, something to do with this area. That guy is kinda in the way now. Yeah, I just recently realized that, hey, I have at least 2 pallets of cement. You know, the thing that I bought back in June. And dude, it's starting to kind of go bad. Kind of hard. It's not quite rock yet, but it's getting there. So I need to use this up before it goes bad. And then I decided to pour the second half of the bed. I probably need to buy more, but I'm gonna do some complex math and try to figure out exactly how much I need. But beforehand I have to remove this stump, and that's what this video is about. I'm kind of hoping to just kind of use something something to pull this guy out of the ground. That's why I left the guy as high as it is right now. I did not cut it flat from the ground because I couldn't have room to tie the rope around it. And maybe we can just kind of pull it out of the ground. It's a big maybe though. Now I know for a fact that my little Yanmar excavator can't dig this guy out. Well, it probably can, but it will take me an entire day. Maybe the pulling option would be a smarter thing to do. I mean, obviously we have the proper tool right here, right? No pulling required. We just use the plow to destroy the roots from both sides and then just push the stump away. I've done it several times now, and you know, it's very easy with this guy. But the guy has some issues, so sadly we can't really use that guy. Well, it has no oil in it right now. Yeah, luckily we have guy number 3 as well. This guy is pretty much ready to go. Now I'm gonna try to use the gyrowitz to yank the stump out, but if that is unable, then technically we can use the dozer. It's kind of sketchy though. Now we can only start off in gear, but we can stop unless we kill the engine, starve it of fuel, then it will stop. Because pushing the clutch down will not stop the machine, it will just keep rolling. So let's leave this like a last resort option. If everything else fails, then we can try the Joseph option, but we have to keep in mind that we cannot stop. Whatever happens, happens. So it's a really shitty option actually, so I'd rather not try that. But maybe the gyros will be able to do it. Now before I get down to business though, I have to do some prep work. I need to bring the hoe here anyway, and I'm gonna remove some plants. You gotta remove that guy, that guy, that guy, that's dead, that guy, that guy, that, and there's 2 more there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spruce trees I have to relocate. Carefully dig them up, replant them somewhere else. Don't want to destroy them. 2 reasons why I want to do that, because I want to, when I do that pad expansion on this side as well, I want to have access to it from this side. So I'm gonna probably put some gravel down here in the future as well. So this will be like a backup access to the pad, addition to the ramp that I have up front. Luckily on this side I don't really need a ramp. It's basically, the pad itself is gonna be flat with the ground. But that means these trees can stay here anyway, and when I try to pull the stump out, then they're probably gonna get destroyed. So let's quickly try to replant these guys. so tough now, are you, little buddy? This guy has been pissing me off a lot because I've been dripping on it constantly when I walk through the area. At least that's fixed. Really hard to get these guys out because there's a lot of stuff like that all over this ground. Joseph would be really happy to do a bunch of donuts here, definitely, but I think this guy has some hopes. Kaivan välja. A little bit of green on the guy, but I don't think it's worth it. I mean, probably dead, right? Can't save everyone. Oh, what is this? What the hell? Quality pipe. Zinc coated and everything. Well, the Anmar made quick work of that, but I'm gonna go call the supervisor, gonna ask where she wants these things. I think they're gonna go. I mean, I got the root ball out pretty good. It's just gonna dig like a small hole, put the entire box in the box, basically. Should be fine, maybe. Oh, that gun. That one kinda got messed up there. Oh, there. Put some duct tape there later. Okay, guys. So Supermom said that anywhere basically is fine. Got like a bunch of emptiness on this area. Got that tree. We could fit 1, 2, 3 here, and perhaps other somewhere here. Yeah, this seems like a pretty good spot. Let's do that. coming out of the ground. Don't even need to cut trees down, just buy an excavator. Good. Guys, so I got two smaller ones left. I'm gonna go plant them at a different spot. Dude, the mountain looks pretty dope. Now, if you guys remember how I built that thing, then kudos to you for sticking by, I guess. Now, actually, I think it looks pretty okay. I haven't mowed it down this year. Probably gonna try to do it next year. I decided to let it develop throughout the summer. And those have this very nice thick grass growing on it. When you check the thickness of it, maybe like 30 centimeters total. And this was a good idea. Yeah, I really like this. It's just amazing how much dirt I got just from the spaceport. But anyway, guys, I want to put some plants between the mountain and this line of trees, because there's like a small window, and nobody really likes that window. So I'm gonna plant those two directly somewhere over there. Perhaps in the future they will cover up the window. Hopefully they will survive. What do you think, guys? Should we spoon it up a bit before the bull attempt? By spooning I mean dig out the sides around as much as I can with that thing, or should we just jank it? I think the second option is a bit more fun, and if it fails we can always do the spooning part. So I got a bit of that cow chain. I'm hoping to use that as a choker. Kind of weighs a lot though. Hold that, will you? Okay. Vroom! Vroom! I need to go drink more beer. They look awfully cute together. Right? My hood is gonna fly off. By the way guys, I have some good news. I finally picked a name for the giravets. Mine putsina. But yeah guys, mine perse. But yeah guys, finally I picked a name for the giravets one. Now I'm not gonna reveal it before I do some body work on it. I'm not sure when that is gonna happen, but I basically just landed on a name and I'm gonna commit to it. The other giravets though is still up for debate, but I'm sure we'll figure something out. I'm gonna throw a couple of these boxes inside the radiator system as well. Basically got them for free and they can't hurt, right? Maybe they will do something useful. What the hell? Is it supposed to be like that? Looks like really bad condensed milk. I like that engine noise a lot more than the K701. This thing has that V12, yeah, and no, without the turbo, and no, it has this really mean sound. It's like an angry bear or something like that. The RPMs don't go very high as well. I think the limit is at 2500 or something like that. But personal opinion, I prefer that V8 over that guy. This has more power obviously, but I just like the sound of the turbo. I don't know. I'm sure some of you agree and some of you disagree, but that's my opinion. No hard feelings though, buddy. You're perfect the way you are anyway. That's not normal. That's not normal. Oh, the rear end is still upright. That's amazing. Not sure which is better, that or that. That's on the frame, that's on the hitch. I think it doesn't matter in this situation. Put it somewhere, I don't know. Okay, so the green string has a working limit of about 2 tons. Braking limit is usually 4 something times higher. The red string has a working limit of, well, it kind of depends. Depends what configuration you're using. But now basically it's between 5 and 10 tons. So that's probably not gonna break. And this, I think that's like 20 millimeter chain, maybe a bit more. And we do have like a little weak spot here, which might break. But no, technically I think this is not gonna snap. I think I'm just gonna spin the wheels. But anyway, place your bets. Big Mama or Mr. Stump. Is it even moving? Joseph, you piece of crap, look what I have to do. You're supposed to do this work. Oh. Maybe I should try to pull it while the wind is pushing it. Yeah, this guy is not gonna give up that easily. Stupid maple, guys. The root ball on that guy is just huge. I think even if we hook up like 2 kilovolts at the same time, then it's not gonna come even then. But I'm gonna try to dig out as much as I can. If I can get it moving, like swaying back and forth, maybe I can just kind of keep yanking it until it goes up. guy. Man, that guy can actually do it. I think there's something else here as well, but you know, basically I'm all around now through the topsoil and might actually pull it off. Wow. Look at that iceberg! Freaking dirtberg! Is that a thing? Holy hell! I should definitely not go there. Three. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm gonna pull the guy under the tarmac over here, and then I'm gonna try to scrape off as much dirt as possible, and then I'm gonna try to walk it out of here behind the gyrovets through this little bucket. But I first I have to move the green box, and the plan is just to go to straight to the fire pit yard, but I'm not sure if Kiro is gonna fit. Just quickly gonna check. Okay, I have to remove this definitely. This is gonna cut my gap away basically. And this should be manageable. the crossing though. Basically the wheelbase is not gonna fit into this cart, but it should still climb up the hill. The stern shouldn't be not a problem, nothing here. And beyond this, basically it's home sweet home. You guys remember that stump which we pulled out with Joseph like a couple of years ago? Well, that's actually what's left of it by now. Basically I would say it's like 1/5 of what it was before. So with time these guys will disappear. It just takes years and years. I've been meaning to actually clean this fire pit up. There's just too much ash in this area and dirt, and basically just a lot of dirt. Yeah, but sadly I haven't had any time to do that. And maybe we'll do it in this video, we'll see. I should probably weld like a single attachment point to this thing as well. Might be useful. Dude, I screwed up, guys. I forgot to lock it down fully. Look at that. Pulled the thing apart. Man, what an idiot. You know what? I'm just gonna clean it here. Leave the guy as an anchor for now so it doesn't fall down into the hole. That should be pretty good. Oh guys, wanna see something cool? There we got the I mean, look at that. Holy hell. Dude, holy hell. That Chaco is completely wrecked, bro. That is fine, but you know, that type of Chaco is not really meant for anything. It's made out of glued together dirt, basically. It's very soft, and this is the result. This guy is completely bent up so badly. I think if I yank it like a couple of more times, it's just gonna let go. But maybe it will survive. Maybe it will survive the journey, you know, to the fire pit yard. Such a I sent a picture to my friend about this situation. He actually had a very clever comment. He replied, "Such a weapon." And that's pretty accurate, I would say. But then before I go on the journey, I'm gonna do the prep work for it first. I need to move that, and then there was bunch of crap in the way somewhere over there. So let's do the prep work, then we can proceed. Oh, and I also need to clean up the fire pit place. Yeah. Maybe I can use that. Maybe I can use that thing to grade my driveways. Seems to work. Okay, looks like we got a dead tree here. There's an oak as well. I'm gonna keep that definitely. But I got that branch off, removed the dead tree, and cut some branches off there. So I will be able to bass with a higher machine. And currently I'm not gonna dive into this area. This is another project altogether. Maybe during the winter time I'm gonna clean up this mountainside. You can't even see the cabin from here, but actually the cabin is just behind the brush. I would like to... yeah, there it is. I would like to clean up this whole mountainside, but I think I'm gonna do it during the winter time. Right now I'm just gonna deal with the stuff that gets in my way. Not good. By the way, guys, here's a little tip. If you see dried up trees like that in the forest, well, number A, don't go near them. But if you have to, then number B, don't touch them. Even moving them a little bit can make the tip break, and then the tip might fall on your face. These things are really dangerous. Not sure why I wanted to say celebrities. Widow makers. Luckily I'm not married, so that term does not apply to me. Kuradi pederast right põlemas on munni nahhui. What? I was saying hi. Kirves-rated highway now. Look at that. I think we should be clear. So let's go fix up the fire spot, fire pit yard. Okay, so plan of attack is pretty simple. You know, this fire spot that I've used, I think I've used it for like about 6 or 7 years now. I'm not really sure. I have never cleaned it up though. I just kind of carry stuff here, burn it, and then the cycle repeats itself. So I think it's time to level this. And the plan of attack is pretty simple. I'm just gonna comb through this mountain, pick the bigger stuff out, flatten everything, and then haul the thing here with the kirvets, and later put these chunks back, making a pile. I mean, as you can see, there's like a bunch of nails and stuff here. The entire ground is littered with nails and screws. That's why I don't really want to drive any vehicles which have rubber tires on them. But you know, I need to drive, when I pull the big guy, I need to drive through here with the kirvets. I want to place it in the center. I think that's the only way I can really do it well. I do have some steel already put aside here, but I'm kind of hoping to find more. Actually, I want to find those door hinges. I'm pretty sure there's like 5 or 6 doors here that I have burned by now, and all of those doors had the hinges on them. So maybe I can recover some of them. I mean, let's hope so. Now remember that on this spot somewhere there is like a giant boulder. I mean, you can see parts of it right there. This thing is actually pretty huge. That's why we put the fireplace on this, but with time it kind of grew that way. I'm gonna try to put it back here because of that boulder. You can't mow that boulder anyway. I mean, the size of this thing is probably very big. It starts from there and it kind of ends somewhere here, so you could just kind of imagine like 2 meters wide at least. I tried to move it with Janmar. Guy did not move whatsoever, so it has to be big. Guys, I think it actually moved a little bit. Maybe it's not that big. Let's dig around a bit. Maybe we can get it out. I think I'm kind of starting to think I'm digging myself a grave here. It's actually pretty big. It starts from somewhere here, and it's like all the way over here. So I guess my original guess of about 2 meters wide was right, but how deep does it go? That I don't know, because it doesn't move whatsoever. So that means Janmar won't be able to roll it out of here anyway. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm digging myself a grave, but let's just continue. I don't give up that easily. I mean, look at the bright side. If we get this giant mountain out of here, then we have like a spot to push the ash. That's a win situation, right? Round one. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop now. This thing just keeps going. It's straight down. It doesn't end. I don't have the equipment to move this. Even Joseph can't move this. Holy hell. Yeah, you can see it vertically, it just keeps going down. I don't know when it will end, dude. I think I'm gonna abandon this project. I just don't have the equipment to. Even if Joseph worked, I still think the guy would not be able to move this. I'm guessing that thing weighs at least 10 tons if it is as large as I think it is. I think it's kind of pointless to keep on, because I definitely can't do anything about this right now. What do you guys think? Nagiro is definitely can't do anything here. Joseph might, but doubtful. Plus the guy's broken anyway. I can't use that. Maybe in the future if I have like 2 Josephs. Yeah, I think I'm gonna abandon this right now. Sorry guys, I just don't have any means to get it out of the hole. Perhaps like what Joe on Farmcraft has. An excavator like that, 32-ton excavator, that would definitely move this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna put all the crap back. I'm not gonna waste any time with this. I'm not gonna get anywhere anyway. I'm gonna leave this as like a future possible project, because right now I don't have the equipment to move that guy. You can kind of see that even on this side, the guy just keeps going downwards. Not worth it. Waste of time. Tell you what guys, if by chance one day I get a bigger hoe, that will be the first job we will tackle. Pinky swear. What? Look at that, guys. Spontaneous combustion. What the hell? But anyway, let's go fire up the weapon. Autopilot on. Hey guys, a bit to the left. Very good. A bit more. Yeah, very good. Yeah, I'm a bit skeptical about the crossing over there. Guess we'll see how that goes. Oh man. Block of wood. Dude, I hate this tree. It's always in the way. Bent my thing up even more than it was before. Holy hell. What a douchebag of a tree. that centrifugal cleaner, making the entire machine vibrate. I'm not sure what that squishing sound is though. Oh, it's the radiator. Oh. 50 degrees. You know, while I was in the gap there, I was about to say that we did some work with the giravets without anything exploding on it, or massively leaking out from anywhere, or the tractor splitting in half. None of that. We actually did some work without anything breaking. You know, I think that's like a milestone, I would say. What do you think, guys? I think that's pretty good. Also, I think the little nipple that I added there on the expansion tank, that's working fine. You know, I did have pressure inside the expansion tank, as you saw, but you know, that thing is supposed to keep some pressure in there, but if the pressure gets too high, then it will release. Actually, the cooling system works better if there's pressure inside the system. About the Stump though, made it here, as you saw. Actually, it was a pretty chill ride, and I think it's currently set up perfectly. Basically, the majority of the wood part of the Stump is in the air, so it should nicely burn up. And you know, I got quite a bit of dirt off the thing, so now it will still take years, definitely, considering how thick that thing is. But yeah, I'm actually glad I got it here, and the way it's positioned, pretty good. Now, I was kind of afraid that maybe I'm gonna screw up my little road that I built last year. I was thinking that maybe the Stump is gonna dig into the road and break the, you know, the geodextile fabric thing that's under the gravel. But looks like it went pretty well. I don't see any fabric anywhere. And this went pretty smoothly as well, but although it did not fit into the road, it still managed pretty good. This freaking tree though, what do you guys think? Should I cut it down? I think I have tortured it pretty well over the years. Somehow it's still alive. Yeah, whatever, let it suffer. He screws with me, I screw with him. It's a fair game. But anyway, guys, I got to sort out the firewood bit, make it a bit nicer. But before I do that, let's go do like a quick welding project on the gearheads. Now, on the rear bracket over here, I want to have like a center option to mount something as well. Currently, I only have two. These are good if you want to pull with two ropes, but I think let's add like a center option as well, something thicker. I didn't really like putting the thing around the block. It might damage the rope, you know, maybe some sharp edges somewhere. So let's go cut up some blade, drill a bunch of holes, and do a bit of that sparky spark.
keskele panna. Pede, hoia kinni, mussid selles. Kuhu sa jalutad? Kohtumisele lähed. Look at that thing go, guys. The Weber drill sharpener. Man, that's the best invention ever. I mean, the second best invention. The best invention is clearly not this thing, but the best invention is obviously the sex dolls. I mean hot dogs. Yeah, hot dogs. The game from 1995. I mean, so much confusion. Sorry. But yeah, it works pretty good, honestly. I mean, this thing is just absolutely rubbish. It doesn't lock down whatsoever. See? It's just kind of falls away. Even if you tighten it down. What? What the f- What garbage is that? Look at that crap. Turn it. Guess that works for a bit. This is gonna take a bit of time. I think that should be pretty solid. Maybe add a couple of support rings on the side as well. I think I had something. Yeah. Pretty good fit. Let's do the earthquakes. Wait, what? Flipperoo? Yeah. Other way. This. Give me 5 minutes. You know, if there was this annual event going on every year called the Stupid Awards, I think I would win the grand prize every week. They wouldn't even bother waiting until the next year and instantly win again. maybe that's good enough. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think too. We should probably grind the edges down a bit so we would get a bit better weld on the frame.
Good idea, guys. Let's cut instead of grinding.
Man, these 1mm discs, they disappear faster than I don't know, boyfriends after finding out that their girlfriend got accidentally pregnant. Yeah, don't come back. I have no money for alimony. I mean, there's a possibility that this machine may actually be able to bend that pin. And if that happens, then the pin is just gonna be... Well, you can't remove it anymore, you would need to cut it off. So... probably should not go too close. Maybe something like that should work. I'm gonna try the stick weld, but if this guy doesn't want to do anything, then gonna MIG this. But I want to do stick because that will give me like a deeper penetration, I guess. But you know, the stick I have on this cart, this this thing, the nuclear welder, this thing is just complete garbage. It is not worth the $311 or euro price tag that's on the thing. I need to cramp the amps like the space in order to weld anything. I think that's fine. I can probably put like a larger cheese shackle in there as well.
hopefully that will be useful one day. Yeah, the welding was a bit touch and go over there, but yeah, about halfway through I decided to ditch that stupid air weld. That thing it did weld, it did penetrate, but no, it was just a mess. Now, while we're still hovering near the workshop, I figured let's try to maybe fix this. No, I did not lock it down correctly. I think I only did like a couple of turns there, and basically it pulled itself out that much. You know, still this is very impressive, honestly, if you consider what the other shackle looked like. These things are actually pretty good. They're very durable. Only rated for like 5 tons. Or maybe 2 tons, I'm not sure what these numbers mean. Well, I do know what that means. Certified Erjup or something of the sorts. No. Now we just have to pray that it doesn't fly out of here. See guys, I'm evolving. I'm not touching these things by hand anymore. A bit more honestly. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's pretty good. Let's go deal with the wireless fire yard. Wireless what? Supermom, guys. Look at that. Supermom on her trusty little red laser. Guessing I'm kinda in the way now. Probably hurry this up. Look at this dirt, holy hell. This guy's really messed up. That's what Girovets will do, man. that little red dirt is still going at it. That's amazing. I'm just gonna quickly do something.
I guess mission accomplished.
right? Stump no more. I didn't really bother to clean up this area too much right now because I'm basically gonna start off that project pretty soon. I just have a couple of these tiny odd ends that I need to wrap up, then we can basically do that. But yeah, at least we managed to do the primary goal of this video, I guess. Cut the stump here. In addition to the main goal, we also did a bunch of side missions as well. Cleaned up the firepit yard, cleaned up the wireless yard pretty well. Looks a lot better now. A bit of that welding, a bit of that chainsawing, pop crapping. Oh, and kirvetting. Yeah, that was probably the best part. Man, dude, I absolutely love that engine sound. It's just so mean. Well, actually, to be brutally honest, it's cool for the first 10 minutes, but beyond that, it just kind of starts to piss you off. I mean, after about 10 minutes, you just want to put on your headphones and click play on the Spice Girls or something like that. It just kind of gets very annoying pretty fast, but still, that sounds amazing. Especially after I did that exhaust repair job on it. And before that, it was like someone was shooting at you constantly. So many leaks in the exhaust system. Much better now, yeah. I need to go buy more of these. No, I mean more. I need at least 7. But jokes aside, this year I have used that quite a bit. Just today we got rid of Stump because Joseph is on disability or something and he refuses to work, but that guy got the job done. Plus we went to help a local farmer like 3 times, and we used the girovets as a recovery vehicle, pulling out stuck farm equipment. That was a lot of fun, plus we did something useful, right? It's not a waste of time or money or energy. It's actually a pretty cool project that I just want to continue. But alas, I have so much other stuff going on, so one day at a time, right? At least that's finished. But guys, there's actually one more. Not today though. Yeah, I'm thinking next year probably. So I'm gonna get back to work, but for you, I'm gonna go. Bye.